Hello, my viewers. You might remember that some time ago I made a few music reviews. If you search my channel, you won't find them except if you enter the reviews playlist. And I set all of those 15 videos to unlisted because, to be honest, I think they sucked a lot. They were very bad. So I decided to simply remove them and hide them from the public eye, but you can still watch them. But now it's been around 5 months around that time, and now with my music taste more set in stone, with my musical knowledge improved, with my opinions more um fleshed out, I think I can make a good music review now. So for this reason, I decided to start with something very touching and that I enjoyed a lot and moved me and made me sad. So let's reveal Everywhere at the End of Time phases 1 through 6 by the caretaker. So let's go straight into this. So I listened to the full 6.5 hours of that. With the only thing I knew about that project, I'm gonna refer to it as a project, was that it was a representation of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. With only that knowledge of the album, I listened to it, and it shocked me. I didn't expect it to go so downhill. So as I listened, I made some notes here, and I noted them just so it would be easier for me to make this review. This was the project that made me want to go back to making reviews, and most of the content I'll release on my channel won't be of games anymore. I want to make different videos like these music reviews. So phase 1 starts with the song. Also playing in the background, I have a sample of the phase 1, phase 3 and phase 6 that I'll be playing in the background so that the video won't sound that quiet. And well, phase 1 is, I think it is the only not disturbing phase out of this, because well, we have records from ballrooms from the 20s, 30s and 40s, or even previous from those years. It sounds as if the music, I heard a lot of people saying this one, it sounds as if you're hearing a record player playing all of these songs, and for that reason we have a zzz in the background of the whole album except towards the end. And while this first phase, I enjoyed it a lot. I found it quite pleasant, quite joyful. Not joyful, it doesn't like makes me happy or anything like that. It's good. It's a good piece of art as this entire project. The first phase is 41 minutes long. Well, the first three phases, I accidentally risked myself. The first three phases are around 45 minutes long, and it is starting to rain, and the last three phases are around 1 hour and 30 minutes long. So I didn't say this yet, but this project was made by James Leyland Kirby, that's his name, and it's extended from 2016 to 2019 with a time span of 6 months from each phase. So after phase 1 we get phase 2. Man, it started raining outside. What a great depressing vibe this will give me. Oh, I like rain, so let's just continue on with the stuff I have to say about this album. So starting by the second phase is where it starts getting unsettling, and we start having more this. Oh boy, it's raining a lot, and there we have thunders. Oh man. It starts on the second phase, the distortions and the thing that a few songs will start and stop halfway through and immediately cut into another song, and this other song will abruptly end and begin a phase of silence. And that's, I like that. That's a nice concept to have representing the theme this album portrays. Um, well, from phase 4 on out is just nightmare fuel. So I wouldn't recommend a lot. If you have like emotional problems and that kind of stuff, I wouldn't recommend this to you. But it's your decision to listen to this or not. And well, by phase 3, we start with the silent sections, where the album will stop completely, all the sounds, all the noises, and the only thing you'll be able to hear is just silence. Not even the zzz in the background. Phase 4, it as I said earlier, nightmare fuel. It will get a lot more distorted and a lot more nightmarish, I would say. And a great way to describe how this album feels is when we have sound, it is disturbing, and when we have music, it is unsettling. So that's a nice way of describing this project overall. And well, when we get to those more silent or more ambient parts of this project, it kind of reminds me of the Half-Life 2 beta. So if someone were to come to me and tell me that these are cut songs from the Half-Life 2 beta, I would believe that person because it fits perfectly. And well, this album is very emotional, very emotional. I didn't cry. You could search on the internet, and a lot of people said that they cried or that they felt extremely sad. I felt sad for like 2 days, but I didn't cry. Okay. And at this point, when I got to part phase 3/4, I completely lost all hope that this would become better in a sense of emotionally. I knew that this wouldn't end well, and it only goes downhill. It only goes downhill from phase 3, phase 4. It is complete distortion, and all the music that is present in this is just distorted, and we can't understand them properly because, well, they're really depressing. And when you think it can't get worse, it gets a lot worse. When I was at phase 4, I was thinking, well, this probably can't get worse than this, but well, phase 5 and eventually phase 6, yes, it gets very, very bad. And well, it is emotional in a weird way. I was feeling kind of nothing when I got to phase 5 and then phase 6. And well, I was playing games at the time, so it's 6.5 hours. Come on, I listened to this while playing games, and well, man, I just, the game all happy, full of explosions and emotions, and I was like extremely serious and sad because of this. Phase 5 is where it kind of changes the most because it kind of gets peaceful in a sense. It's very calm. So I completely lost the line of thought I just had because, oh, there's my dog here. Look, it's my dog. It's my dog. So I completely lost the line of thought I was having, but well, when we get to the end of phase 6, it is empty. I was feeling very empty and sad, and well, as I said, I didn't cry, but I became very sad for the next 2 days after I listened to this. I just wanted to sleep, and I don't know, that's all I just felt. I felt empty, very empty. And well, the final 5 minutes we have that some kind of a opera, right? A opera with a woman, oh, or something. I don't know. I'm bad at operas. I'll never do this again in my life. And then we have one stretch of silence. And from what I read and heard online, when someone with Alzheimer is about to die, he kind of gets his memories back and he understands what happened to him, and he can talk to other people around him like if nothing ever happened. But then shortly after that he dies. It's like, oh, I got my memories back, and an hour later I'm dead. It's kind of like that, but I don't know if this is true. I kind of don't believe in this. It doesn't sound real. Sounds too much BS to be true. And I also heard that one of the last things someone forgets is the humming of their favorite song. So when someone with Alzheimer forgets how to hum his favorite song, he dies like days later. And that made me very sad. I still feel sad. So my final opinion on this album after going through this 6.5 hours of suffering is that this is a masterpiece. This shouldn't ever be forgotten. This is like, I only listened to it once, as I said, but in the future, I don't know, 6 years on the future, I intend to buy these 6 phases and maybe, I don't know, make an entire live stream, listen to them, and then make a new, maybe, video on my opinion on this. Right now I don't have it, I listen to it on YouTube, but I don't want to listen to this again until I buy it. I recommend you to listen to this album unless you have mental disorders or illnesses. Um, if you have any of them, I wouldn't recommend it. Don't want to be responsible for a possible. So, yeah, final opinion, this is a masterpiece. This shouldn't ever be forgotten. You know, forgotten, got it? No pun intended. And man, this kind of changed how I see the world. It didn't change me that much in like my actions because I think I'm a pretty good person, to be honest. To be very honest. Um, although other people might think not. Oh, there goes my dog following a mosquito, a fly. And well, this is one of the best things I've ever listened. It stands like at the very top, not at the very top, but at the top of my most favorite pieces of music and pieces of art of all time. This is maybe number one on my most favorite pieces of art. But well, you only have 17 years old. There's a lot there to life for me to learn and discover and see. So that's just my opinion for now. It might change in the future. A lot of notes on this. A lot of notes on this. Look, it's a lot of notes on this. Lots. So that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested, just search Everywhere at the End of Time on YouTube and listen to it. You could listen to the each phases, then you would listen like 40 minutes today, tomorrow plus 40 minutes, next week another 40 minutes, and then when you get phase 4 you then gonna have to invest like 1 hour and a half. It's not that long, but well, that was a review, and until next video, I guess. I don't even know if I'm going to be uploading this, but well, let's go.